Have you ever wondered, why are there people who live to 80 or 90 years old without needing supplements, without fearing chronic illness, always healthy, mentally sharp, and light on their feet as if sickness never existed for them? And strangely enough, their meals are extremely simple. No fancy delicacies, no expensive medicine, just a basic bowl of soup, but it holds something truly special inside. I believe you'll be surprised to learn there are certain vegetables used in everyday soups, so familiar we barely pay attention, that are in fact precious medicinal herbs. They detox the body, quietly nourish the liver, kidneys, and digestive system, all without a single pill. What's more, both Eastern and Western medicine recognize their value, yet very few people know how to use them at the right time, in the right way. So what are those 5 vegetables? Who should eat them and who should avoid them? And why can just one bowl of soup per day replace a handful of vitamins, improve your appetite, deepen your sleep, and strengthen your body from the inside out? I'll explain everything clearly in today's video. Be sure to watch until the end so you don't miss the tips on how to pair vegetables correctly, avoid nutrient loss, and make the most of these health benefits, many of which people rarely mention. If you find this topic helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the Song Quay Moinge Live Healthy Everyday channel, and leave a comment below with the number 1 if you usually eat soup daily, or 0 if you don't have this habit yet, so I'll know whether to keep making videos like this. Wishing you all good health, enjoyable meals, restful sleep, and may every meal be a gentle remedy for your body. Dear friends, the daily habit of eating soup might seem simple, but it's actually one of the most gentle, natural, and affordable ways to care for your body. It's no coincidence that in Eastern medicine, there's a saying, if you want longevity, eat vegetable soup with every meal. That's because vegetables aren't just food, they're mild medicinal herbs that nourish every organ in the body. Vegetable soup contains valuable water, helping the liver, kidneys, and intestines function smoothly. Many types of vegetables are cooling, helping to detoxify, reduce inflammation, and boost immunity. From a Western medicine perspective, cooking soup unintentionally helps the body absorb water-soluble nutrients like B vitamins, vitamin C, folate, which would otherwise be lost if stir-fried or overboiled. A small bowl of soup combines water, fiber, vitamins, and minerals, making it especially beneficial for the elderly, people recovering from illness, the chronically fatigued, or those with weak digestion. Not to mention, eating the right kind of soup can reduce cravings for greasy foods, support weight loss, manage blood pressure and blood sugar, conditions that are becoming increasingly common among young people. I have an aunt over 60 who lives in the countryside. She doesn't take any supplements, doesn't do yoga, and doesn't follow any strict internet diets. Her meals are simple: white rice, braised fish, and never without a bowl of vegetable soup. Sometimes it's sweet leaf, rau ngót, sometimes amaranth, rau den, or Malabar spinach, mung toi, with field crab. She says, I don't know what liver detox means, but eating cool soup helps me sleep, eat well, and feel light. She's lived like that for over 10 years. Her skin is still rosy, her blood pressure is stable, she moves quickly, and has never been hospitalized for chronic illness. I truly believe it's that small, consistent, gentle habit that's quietly nurtured her body day by day. It was thanks to her story that I started paying attention to the soup on my daily dinner table. And the more I researched, the more I realized, eating the right vegetables in the right way at the right time can truly replace the supplements we're always searching for. So now, let me share with you the 5 most common types. Dear friends, among all the familiar vegetables of Vietnamese cuisine, sweet leaf, rau ngót, is nearly always present in meals meant to cool the liver and detoxify. Some families cook it with minced pork, others with shrimp or pork bones. No matter the method, its naturally sweet and gentle flavor makes it easy to digest, especially during hot weather or after recovering from illness. According to Eastern medicine, sweet leaf has a sweet taste and cool nature. It enters the lung, liver, and large intestine meridians. It helps clear heat, promotes urination, detoxifies, reduces inflammation, and purifies the blood. Traditionally, it's used to cool the body from the inside, reduce internal heat, relieve inflammation, especially when feeling overheated, irritable, experiencing difficulty urinating, or constipation. From a modern Western perspective, sweet leaf is extremely rich in vitamin C. In fact, 100 grams can contain more vitamin C than oranges. This vitamin not only boosts the immune system, but also acts as a powerful antioxidant, aids wound healing, tissue regeneration, and improves cardiovascular health. Additionally, sweet leaf contains calcium, magnesium, and potassium, essential minerals for strong bones, blood pressure regulation, and stable nerve function. A unique point about sweet leaf is its natural phytochemicals, which have been noted to mildly lower blood sugar and reduce chronic inflammation, ideal for those with type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure if consumed regularly and correctly. However, there are a few things to keep in mind. Sweet leaf has a cooling nature, so people with cold constitutions, prone to bloating, cold stomach, or cold limbs should limit frequent intake, especially at night. Women who've recently given birth or are trying to conceive should consult a doctor before eating raw sweet leaf, since it contains papaverine, which may affect the uterus if consumed in large, continuous amounts. That said, cooked sweet leaf is completely safe and beneficial. Elderly people, those with liver heat, recovering from illness, or with high blood pressure can eat sweet leaf soup daily. Just make sure it's lightly cooked, not overboiled, to preserve its vitamin C, which breaks down easily in heat. I still remember, as a child, whenever I had a fever, my mother would make sweet leaf soup with dried shrimp, served over white rice. It cooled the liver and helped my body recover faster. A simple dish that gently nourishes from within. And friends, after sweet leaf, Malabar spinach, ngót, is another humble vegetable favored by many households when cooking soup, especially during hot days or when the body feels tired or sluggish. Malabar spinach has a sweet taste and cold nature. In Eastern medicine, it's known for clearing heat, promoting bowel movement, and aiding urination. For those with internal heat, constipation, or a heavy, irritable feeling, Malabar spinach soup brings noticeable relief. Particularly, the mucilage in Malabar spinach helps lubricate the intestines, supports smooth digestion, and reduces toxin buildup in the colon. From a Western medical view, this vegetable is a great source of vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, magnesium, and soluble fiber. Vitamin A helps protect vision and nourishes the skin and intestinal lining. Magnesium plays a role in heart rhythm regulation, supports sleep, and relaxes the nervous system. The pectin mucilage helps reduce bad cholesterol, prevents arteriosclerosis, and promotes a healthy gut microbiome. For those who suffer from insomnia, constipation, or indigestion at night, a bowl of Malabar spinach soup with field crab or small shrimp is a gentle tonic, easy to eat, liver-friendly, and calming before bed. I once had a friend from the city who often lost sleep due to work stress. One visit to the countryside, he had a dinner with Malabar spinach, crab, and sponge gourd soup. That night, he said, "I slept straight through till morning, felt as light as a cloud." And since then, he's tried to eat that dish at least once a week. However, because Malabar spinach is cooling, people with diarrhea, cold stomachs, or those taking Eastern medicine to boost digestion should use it moderately, cook it thoroughly, and avoid raw juice or salads. Especially, don't eat too much at night if your body tends to be weak and cold. It might cause bloating or mild digestive issues. Malabar spinach goes well with many ingredients, from field crab, fresh shrimp, clams, to simple pairings like sponge gourd and ginger. Light, sweet, and great for digestion. Dear friends, if sweet leaf helps detox the body and Malabar spinach eases digestion and improves sleep, then Amaranth is a perfect choice for those long, hot summer days when the body feels drained, irritable, dizzy, or when the skin becomes dull and lifeless. In Eastern medicine, Amaranth has a sweet taste and a cool nature. Its main effects include clearing heat, cooling the liver, enriching the blood, and soothing liver heat. Those with internal heat, acne, dry mouth, or constipation often find that eating amaranth makes the body feel lighter, improves appetite, and leads to deeper sleep. From a Western medical perspective, amaranth, especially red amaranth, is a rich source of iron, calcium, zinc, vitamin A, vitamin K, and powerful antioxidants like flavonoids and polyphenols. These compounds help slow down cellular aging, protect cardiovascular health, support radiant skin, boost red blood cell production, and stabilize blood pressure. Amaranth is also high in fiber and plant-based protein, helping to regulate blood sugar, nurture gut microbiota, and reduce hidden inflammation in the body, something many people experiencing chronic fatigue may overlook. This vegetable is particularly suitable for those with anemia, perimenopausal women, people who often feel tired or lack appetite, and those experiencing internal heat, itchy rashes, or constipation caused by liver heat. I usually recommend eating amaranth at lunchtime, since that's when the liver and digestive system are most active, allowing better nutrient absorption and making the body feel cooler and more energized in the afternoon. Here's a tip. Red amaranth has a higher antioxidant and iron content than white amaranth, so if possible, prioritize red amaranth, especially when your body feels slightly weakened. However, for people with low blood pressure, cold stomachs, or weak digestion, it's best to consume moderate amounts. Cook it thoroughly and combine it with ginger or warm-natured foods to create balance. Just one simple bowl of amaranth soup, cooked with shrimp, clams, or even just an egg, can nourish the blood, soothe the liver, detox internal heat, and protect the skin from the inside out, something not even expensive superfoods can always do. After amaranth for blood enrichment, jute leaf, relatable, is another cooling soup that's perfect for those with internal heat, constipation, or struggling with indigestion during hot, muggy days. In Eastern medicine, jute leaf has a sweet taste and cool nature, entering the heart, liver, and spleen meridians. Its main functions include clearing heat, promoting urination, easing bowel movements, and reducing inflammation. It's especially helpful for heat-induced constipation, liver heat, skin eruptions, or early-stage hemorrhoids. From a Western viewpoint, jute leaf contains high levels of mucilage and soluble fiber, which soften stools, ease bowel movements, and reduce pressure on the intestinal walls and rectal veins. That's why people prone to chronic constipation, hemorrhoids, or functional digestive disorders should consume it 2 to 3 times per week. Beyond digestive support, jute leaf also offers calcium, magnesium, potassium, vitamin A, and vitamin K, helping to balance electrolytes, protect blood vessels, and keep the skin smooth during hot seasons. Notably, the plant polysaccharides in jute leaf also provide mild anti-inflammatory effects, reducing toxin accumulation in the liver and intestines, a rare property not found in most vegetables. Jute leaf is ideal for people with liver heat, frequent breakouts, older adults with indigestion, or postpartum women experiencing digestive issues. Though it seems like a humble green, when used correctly, jute leaf can cool the body from the liver to the skin, without any medication or supplements. I often suggest cooking jute leaf with field crab or pairing it with sponge gourd, ginger, and a few shiso, perilla, leaves. Its mildly sweet, aromatic flavor is easy to eat and surprisingly effective. However, since jute leaf is cooling and mucilaginous, people with diarrhea, cold stomachs, or those taking Eastern medicine to strengthen the spleen should consume it in moderation. Avoid eating too much in a row, especially at night. A bowl of jute leaf soup may seem simple, but it helps cleanse the intestines, lighten the liver, brighten the skin, and ease the stomach significantly. Dear friends, the final vegetable is holy basil, hungque. When people think of holy basil, they usually think of noodle dishes, salads, or raw veggie platters served with meals. But few realize that this small aromatic herb is actually a real medicinal remedy when used properly. In Eastern medicine, holy basil has a pungent taste, a distinctive aroma, and a warm nature. It helps dispel wind cold, detox the body, move stagnant energy, relieve coughs, and lightly disinfect the digestive tract. In the past, people would crush fresh holy basil to treat colds, bloating, or induce sweating during low fevers. From a modern scientific view, holy basil contains a powerful compound called eugenol, a natural essential oil with anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. It also helps reduce stress, stabilize blood pressure, and calm the nervous system. Additionally, holy basil contains flavonoids and beta-carotene, antioxidants that protect blood vessels and ease low-grade inflammation in the body. It's also excellent for oral health, the respiratory system, and digestion, particularly helpful for those who experience bloating, acid reflux, bad breath, or mild seasonal sore throats. Many think holy basil is only for raw consumption, but when properly cooked in soup, it releases a gentle aroma, disinfects the gut, stimulates digestion, and warms the stomach beautifully. I've tried making egg soup with a few young basil leaves, or basil clam soup. It soothes the throat, smells refreshing, and settles the stomach right away. A quick note: since holy basil is warm and slightly spicy, those with mouth ulcers, sores, or women in early pregnancy should limit the amount and not eat it raw too often. When making soup, only add the basil after turning off the heat to preserve the essential oils and medicinal value. Honestly, in the daily raw veggie basket, we might be overlooking a whole treasure trove of natural remedies that cost nothing. Holy basil, so small yet so mighty. Dear friends, now that we've explored each type of vegetable together, I believe many of us are a little surprised. Because it turns out, the familiar soups we've been cooking for our families every day have been quietly detoxing the liver, cooling the intestines, regulating blood pressure, enriching the blood, and even helping us sleep better. Sweet leaf doesn't just cool the body, it detoxes the liver. Malabar spinach soothes the stomach, supports bowel movements, and improves sleep. Amaranth, especially red amaranth, is rich in antioxidants, helps enrich the blood, beautify skin, and slow aging. Jute leaf supports digestion, cools the liver, and eases the discomfort of hot days. Holy basil, once thought of as just a garnish, turns out to be antibacterial, stomach-warming, anti-inflammatory, and calming for the nerves. But I'd also like to gently remind everyone of this. Even with healthy vegetables, everything needs to be done the right way, in the right amount. We shouldn't eat just one kind of vegetable for many days in a row. Each has its own unique properties, so we should rotate, eat in moderation, and diversify to absorb the full spectrum of nutrients. If you have a cold stomach, tend to bloat, or have weak digestion, avoid raw or cooling vegetables at night. And when cooking soup, don't boil vegetables for too long, because overcooking destroys valuable vitamins. The soup may still taste sweet, but much of its benefit is lost. I often say this to friends. Instead of buying supplements every month, why not just cook a bowl of soup each day? A simple, affordable, familiar dish that nourishes the body deeply from within, slowly but meaningfully. The true spirit of living well every day. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment below. If you eat veggie soup every day, type 1. If you haven't formed this habit yet, type 0, so I know how many people are still interested, and I can keep creating relatable topics like this. Don't forget to subscribe to Song Kwe Moinge, Live Healthy Every Day, so that with each passing day, we gain a little more knowledge, a little more health, and a little more peace in our hearts. Wishing you all good health, delicious meals, peaceful sleep, and may every meal be a chance to nurture your body, from heart to soul. See you in the next video.